my problem with Elon is the same problem I have with all modern rich people. Y'all just don't know how to be rich anymore, and it's a major issue. People don't want to hear this, but the 1% are the modern ruling class, and society just works better when you guys act right. For starters, the 1% needs to go back to war. During the Middle Ages, and frankly throughout most of time, the ruling class would show up to the field of battle. Look, I understand very few of them were in the vanguard leading in the charge. They were in the back just watching the action, but at least they showed up. They pulled up in their fancy armor and made an appearance, and the modern rich need to start following in their footsteps. I'm not expecting the CEO of Raytheon to go out there with SEAL Team 6 and start kicking down doors, but he should put on some Kevlar that gives off an air of nobility and go out with some troops and launch a couple Javelin missiles. Sure, some CEOs will die because of this, but that is a good thing. Being rich should have some chance of death. The risk of dying on the job shouldn't be reserved for only the working class. Rich people also need to stop posting on social media. When it comes to billionaires, silence is golden. Mr. Burns was the blueprint for how to be a billionaire. Quietly evil, lurking in the shadows. You never saw Mr. Burns doing cold plunges. You didn't hear about his keto diet. He didn't do any day-in-the-life vlogs. Just silence. There is nothing cooler than a secretive billionaire. If you keep quiet, stay out of trouble, and are rich and successful, the world will make interesting lore about you. Elon is a great example of this. Before he started doing all these public appearances, he was this cool billionaire who made rockets and electric cars. At one point, people thought Robert Downey Jr.'s inspiration for Iron Man was Elon Musk, which in hindsight is incredibly laughable to think that this was the inspiration for Tony Stark. This is a great example of the power of keeping your mouth shut. The rich need to start doing cool stuff with their money. The modern mega wealthy buy supercars, yachts, private jets. Boring. Unimaginative. Instead, you should be commissioning great works of art. The Mona Lisa was a commission from a rich Italian merchant. The fact that Jeff Bezos has yet to commission one Louvre-level work of art speaks volumes of the caliber of rich person we have today. Bill Gates could easily build a Mount Rushmore with the faces of everyone that has played Spider-Man, but instead, he chooses to buy a farmland and hang out with Jeff Epstein. Pathetic. Now, the Ocean Gate submarine that imploded and killed all those rich people, that was good. I like that. I like that because the rich should go on bizarre, dangerous adventures. Every once in a while, a 1%er should go on a weird safari, try to discover a long-lost temple, or try to visit the bottom of the ocean and die. This is great because the kids are going to inherit their parents' wealth, and 9 times out of 10, they are degenerates that are going to waste the money. This allows the money to recycle into the system instead of just being hoarded by some guy who's trying to buy up all the single-family homes. Speaking of rich kids, the 1% need to do something about their children. There's nothing more disgusting than hipster trust fund babies that are cosplaying as starving artists. They're insufferable and their art sucks. There are only 2 jobs a child elite should have. They should either work for some BS nonprofit or take over running the family business. The second option is ideal because they will likely run the company into the ground due to their incompetence. And that provides new opportunities for other businesses to enter the market. This is the real trickle-down economics. It's not about lowering taxes on the rich and magically dollars will appear in the working class. It's about getting the wealth out of the hands of the savvy cutthroat businessmen that create it and into the hands of their idiotic children. Those children squander that wealth, giving opportunities to the next generation of savvy businessmen to create wealth for their useless kids to squander. It's an important economic cycle that is at risk of being disrupted by rich youths who selfishly want to pursue the arts. I am begging our elites to get their act together.